Okay, a couple of things I want to do. Don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry about that. Don't want to worry about that. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Turn that on. Don't worry about that. Turn that on. Alright, let's make sure those settings stayed. Yeah. This one right here really hurts. I got to admit, this one right here really hurts to enable. Because, well, Remedy has made it clear that I do in fact have the right to stream this game all I'd like. I also have the right to stream Quantum Break for that matter. And Alan Wake. They have no control over the copyright for the licensed music that they use. And while Twitch, when they first initiated the copyrights, when they first initiated a copyright system, a copyright check bot, they said, they lied. They flat out lied when they said, oh, don't worry, we will not prevent streamers from using in-game music in their games when they're streaming. That was a flat out lie. And we learned that like the day after it came out. I mean, they flat out lied to us. So for obvious reasons right now, I'm going to be cutting out copyrighted music. That it sucks because this is the first time that I'm playing this. And I want to hear the music. From what I've been told, there's original tracks in this that were done by some artists that I really like. And I really wish that I could play that music for you guys without the harm of being, you know, sued or some BS. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. Because lawyers, because assholes, because stupid laws written by stupid people. So my first experience of this game, or at least for this opening bit, will likely be different than most other people's, because I wanted to be able to hear that music and I can't. So thank you so much, idiots who write laws. And no, I don't agree with the copyright system, at least not in its current state. You might as well just strip it out, because nothing would be better right now. Alright. I've wasted enough of your time, guys. Well, let's get started, shall we? While we're waiting for this to load, a couple of things I just want to tell you guys right now. I'm currently playing the most recent version of the game on the PS4 that includes the photo mode patch. I do have the pre-order DLC installed, but up to this point, they did not release the DLC. Like the upcoming DLC, there's 2 DLC packs. As of the time of this recording, those DLC packs have not been released, so they're not going to be included in this playthrough.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Jesse Faden, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, that movie that she couldn't reference, maybe because she's not legally allowed to reference, was The Shawshank Redemption, based on the short story by Stephen King, which I believe was called Rita something or other in The Shawshank Redemption. But don't quote me on that. So yeah, this is Jesse Faden, the main character of Control, our playable character, played by the lovely Courtney Hope. Those of you who watch soap operas will probably recognize her. I think she's from Bold and the Beautiful. I don't remember exactly, but that is where she is. I believe she's in a soap opera. She was also in a recent Hallmark TV movie which aired earlier this week, and don't ask me how I know that. But my mother watches Hallmark Channel nonstop, and can I be honest with you, she's sick of all these Christmas movies already. She thinks it's too early for them to be showing all these Christmas movies. But my guess is they must have gotten like a year's worth of Christmas movies all in like, you know, they're going to be airing them over the next 2 months. And so it's very likely that if you haven't seen her Christmas movie, it's likely going to get re-aired a lot before the, on the Hallmark channels, before the end of, before the Christmas comes up. A couple of other things, if you recognize her, if you happen to be a Quantum Break player, Quantum Break on the Xbox One, you might recognize her as one of the characters from Quantum Break. Same actress. They scanned her. It's the same actress. So, yeah. Alright, this is the Federal Bureau of Control. Like I said, this is a blind playthrough. I have not played through this game. I do not have a walkthrough. But I do know behind-the-scenes information about the game, and I have seen a couple of streams. Obviously, I haven't seen everything, so obviously that's neither here nor there. But a couple of things that I want to reference. Like I said, I don't do my playthroughs like, I don't just play. I mean, obviously there's nobody in the stream right now, but I do talk to people that do stream, that do come in. I do try to rep with my chatters. So I want to, let's see, does this move? It kind of moves. Couple of things. We are playing on the PS4 Pro. I'm going to tell you this right now. Most of the streams that I've seen were using the PC version with RTX on. There was no question that the PC version with RTX on is the best looking version of the game. So if you happen to be a PC user with an up-to-date graphics card, you're probably going to get a much better picture than this is. That having been said, the PS4 version has the most exclusive download features, and I'm very much against getting the PC version for a couple of reasons. Not to say of which I have to still buy like an $850 graphics card just to finish my PC that I've been working on for the last year. So yeah. We're not going to go much further into that. But if you happen to have a PC, by all means keep it. What do we got here? Prohibited items. We hit a save point. And I look at the prohibited items. I can. Okay. Prohibited items. All right. Now, we're not going to do this with every single one, but welcome to whoever's in the chat. You're welcome to post up. We're at the very beginning. This is the start of the game, so you're here in the perfect timing. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons. Obviously, that's what I'm sure the metal detectors are for. Pagers are not allowed. Laptops are not allowed. That's something. Smartwatches are not allowed. Smartphones are not allowed. Smart gaming devices are not allowed. Well, I know what you're probably saying. Aren't all gaming devices smart? No, there are dumb gaming devices out there. I'm sure those Tiger LED, LCD, systems will be considered a dumb gaming device. Anything smart. Does that include people? I don't think that includes any smart people. Smart people, I think, are allowed in the building. Number 2, pencils. What do they use instead? What do they Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypical concept, like rubber ducks or ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, notify your supervisor immediately. Well, I think that should just be basic policy for any government buildings, don't you think? It probably already is, for all we know. That kind of information is classified, typically. Federal buildings are not allowed. In the United States, if you're not from the United States, federal buildings that are active federal buildings have similar policies, and they don't. They like, even for an airplane, for example, any type of smart devices, including like laptops and even gaming consoles, have to be screened separately. But I just want to say right now that I absolutely love how this building looks. Yeah, everything about this building looks awesome.
I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it.
Right, well, it looks like the building is empty by itself. All right, borough expenditures. Well, here's the downside of if you're not allowed to have smart systems inside here, you're going to have to go old school. This is a pneumatic system, so that makes perfect sense. How are you going to get messages all across the building if you're not allowed to send an email, for example? If you have no smart computers allowed, then what are you going to do? Well, pneumatic systems, send messages back and forth. No other choice. But yeah, I want to say that I absolutely love how this building looks. Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. Those of you who have seen Robin Hood Men in Tights, I think that's the guy who played Will Scarlet in Robin Hood Men in Tights. I think, they just aged him a little bit and had him grow a mustache, but I'm pretty certain that's him. His actor is him. Like, I know that for a fact. His actor is him. That's the janitor. Let's say our bureau at work. Yeah, this is the janitor. Though the janitor has a place of honor, as he should. James McCafferty, ladies and gentlemen, or at least his actor is James McCafferty. Director Zachariah French. Very nice. Those of you who know much about Remedy and the past of Remedy will know that James McCafferty seems to be a little bit of their good luck charm. He was the voice of Max Payne, obviously. He still is the voice of Max Payne. He was also in Alan Wake. I won't spoil who he plays in Alan Wake if you haven't played it, but he was in Alan Wake. So yeah, it's nice to see him back. And that's not a spoiler to say that he's in this game, though. That's who he plays. I don't have a problem with telling people who actors is. That doesn't spoil anything.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these
Your tax dollars at work, people.
Hiding in plain sight.
Don't know how I feel about that exactly, but like I said, I do really like how this building looks. I mean, like I said, this walkthrough, we're going to be showing you all the cool stuff. Like, Remedy, clearly, this is what's called a Metroidvania game. Like, it's a cross between Castlevania Lord of Shadow, no, not Lord of Shadow, Symphony of Night, Castlevania Symphony of Night, and like a Metroid-type game where it's all about exploration and stuff. And you can explore the whole building. Let's see what we got here. Rules of conduct. This looks like any type of, this looks like any type of building. I mean, that's really cool. I like that. I love how this building looks. Like I said, I used to go to I used to go to a college out in California. I did not like the college very much, and I won't say what college it was because I did not have a good time there, and I have nothing positive to say about it, about the education that I got from there. But I will say that the facilities were quite nice, even though they very much had this style, from what I've been told. Does seem to be a California type style. So let's grab this. Now, I think from what I was told, there are about 250 collectibles in the game. You will be able to get the Platinum Trophy just by finding 150, and from what I've been told, there's so many in the game that you can practically stumble over 150. So, we're not going to do too much looking around here, but I did want to show the building off a little bit to you guys. Again, this is a blind playthrough, but it can be blind and we can still look around and everything looks nice. I do appreciate, though, that they make it easy to find this stuff. R4 reports. Is that like a TPS report? Ever since Office Space, everybody's been making fun of TPS reports. Oh, I can't get in here. Room is closed? I guess so.
Hello?
See a janitor.
Hey, excuse me.
Can we talk to the janitor? Okay, we can.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, there'll be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you hallout.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody.
Who wants to bet he's the guy in charge of the whole facility? I mean, his painting is up there. Who wants to bet that that guy is, like, literally over the director? Like, literally above the director in classification. Who wants to bet that? Place your bets, guys. Alright. We got some pneumatic tubes here. I can't interact with any of this stuff. I'd like to. It's a really cool looking stuff, but I can't interact with any of this right now. By the way, the person that's watching the stream is more than welcome to comment all they'd like. I'd be more than happy to respond to anything. Okay, I can't pull the fire alarm. This might be a janitor. Yeah, this is the janitor's closet. We will leave this alone. Let Ahti work. I believe he was speaking Finnish. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty certain he was. I believe he is, like, Finnish by birth, so. Going back the way I came? Yeah, I am. Alright. Oh, I see. Told me to take the elevator, so let's take the elevator.
The cell and the poster.
There is one, a little elevator reference, but I'll talk
the
afterwards.
poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Oh, unfortunately, you guys are not hearing the music here. I'm very sorry about that. I had to remove the music for copyright reasons, unfortunately. Again, I do have the legal right to stream this, and that is a right of anybody that owns a copy of this game, as well as Quantum Break. But they could not give out the legal right to broadcast the music, and so the option to, if you're going to stream, my advice would be to remove the music. And that really is unfortunate because this is a great song. But I cannot tell you how many times that videos I've posted or reposted with game streams, I have illegally been given and served copyright claims, false copyright claims, not even by the actual legitimate copyright owners. So that at least removes that option, that concern. I had a funny story about the day I got this game, actually, but we'll talk about that in a minute. It's a really cool opening, though.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Who is she talking to? I don't know either. I think she's talking to us, but don't quote me on that. This guy looks important. I think he was the guy earlier. Okay, this is great right here. Is this a They Live reference? Okay, I want to say this right now. I think this might be a They Live reference. If it is, then by all means. It could also be this could also be like a legitimate mistake, because I remember, for example, for anybody that's seen like the Alan Wake 2 test footage, it just makes it easier for artists sometimes to actually use material that they can get their hands on. Like, even though the logos are copyrighted or trademarked and stuff, like, images like Doritos or Subway or Pepsi or something like that, or, like, I got this cup here, Burger King, for example. I know this is not an endorsement, but, or Coca-Cola. Those are all trademarks, and you can't reuse those trademarks. And so what they typically do is maybe for test levels or something, they'll use the trademarks, and then they'll simply replace the trademarked material with something generic later on. It is possible that these were all actually had trademarks on them, and that due to legal reasons they just simply removed them. And they thought, oh, we'll just grab this, or oh, we'll just grab that. But who's to say that maybe there's a problem with this building, and the artist knew that like you could not have trademarked or copyrighted stuff in the building? Maybe that's a extension of the smartphones or something, the smart limitations, and so they actually had to mark things like that, or they had to get very generic stuff. So I don't know, but that's something I definitely wanted to ask. If I could ask Remedy about that, that would be a question I would ask Remedy. It's like, when you're beautiful, the door's just open for you. Actually, it's probably just something I had stepped on, but if it wasn't there, that... Oh, okay, approved terminology. Okay, let's see what we got here. We picked up a couple of things. This is our current mission. We're going into the bureau a little closer, all right. So what we got for correspondences. This is things that we can use, all right. Drafting any public-facing material. Pending any notification of death related to the Willow AWE. Please adhere to the... What is the Willow AWE? Okay, I don't know. Interesting. The Federal Bureau of Control logo kind of reminds me of a United States thing, but if you notice, that's not an olive branch and arrows in his feet. That looks like a sword is in one of his foot and a morning star is in the other. So, interesting concept there. Words first used in the service of his or her country: regret, proud, pride, will be remembered, avoid, Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, and sorry. Do not apologize. Well, of course, the government doesn't apologize for everything, even when they're clearly in the wrong. As you should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. I won't read this out because this will probably bore you guys, but, there's minutia here, and it's really appreciated. Oh, and of course, here's the black marks. Shark in blank. Shoot to kill, basic protocol. Permission of following basic protocol, shoot to kill, good luck. Okay, that's all illegal. Expenditures are blacked out also. Janitorial costs, yeah, he's got to talk about mold renewal. Okay, I've seen a little bit of this game, so I know mold renewal is going to be a thing. And by the way, that do not adjust your set, I did leave on things like the motion blur and the film grain. I consider those to be part of the game, and I am not removing them. That's how the game is intended to be seen. That is how the game is intended to be played, and I will not remove them. I've heard other people complain about the game's FOV, and again, I'm not... I don't think the developers made a conscious choice that this is how your FOV is going to look on all the platforms, and that is their artistic decision, and I will adhere by it. All right, so I can't get in there because I don't have any clearance. And I don't think there's anything in either of these offices here. So, I can't pick that up. This looks like it would be the secretary's desk or something, or office assistant, executive assistant. Trenches do not disturb. Alright, let's say we take a look about this. By the way, to avoid reverb, I've lowered the volume. I can still read the subtitles, obviously, but there's like minutia and stuff like that that you might be able to hear that I can't. Trench is saying, do not be disturbed. That's the guy. I think this is his office here. All appointments for the rest of the week. Can't trust a single person. Alright, well, this guy is clearly unhinged, but he is James McCafferty. Wouldn't be the first time he's played somebody unhinged.
Shit.
Spoke too soon.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Yeah, that guy is dead. Let's pick up the weapon. I don't think this was a murder. This looked like a suicide.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, The service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
There is now a crosshair. Okay. This, I think, is some type of dimensional plane. She moves. Kind of like Alan Wake does. Or, you know, Jack Joyce for that matter. Sorry, just getting a little used to the controls. It's fine. Alright. Nice.
The same gun.
See, can I put it in my hand? She reminds me a little bit of my friend Gypsy Jen, actually.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Alright, so it does work. I showed her a picture of Jesse Faden a while ago, and she actually thought it was a really cool weapon. Yeah, guys, take a look at this. I am not one of those streamers that doesn't know how to play a game. So, watching this stream, you will at least be certain that you'll have somebody remotely competent behind a controller. I play a lot of shooters. Hey. I could melee these guys. Alright, I am allowed to melee. Alright, the game will let me melee them. Got everybody? Oh, no, somebody's shooting at me. Guys, who's shooting at us? Ah, here we go. Alright, so headshots take more, cause more damage. Cool.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Alright, we've got a weapon. I know it kind of looks like I did that. I did not. It looks like he shot him. He actually shot himself. Okay, I don't know who he's shaking hands with, but I think that's a guy from Remedy. Couldn't be certain. By the way, though, the guy that you saw earlier, the scientist guy describing the object of power, meaning the service weapon, is actually the guy who was the actor for Alan Wake. So, awesome. Nice to see him back. I do like him. I think his name is Matthew Peretta. I believe that's how he pronounces his name. Oh boy. Alright, that's new.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Props to Courtney. I don't know if they CGI'd that after, you know... Remedy has a very interesting way to basically get performances ever since they did Quantum Break. They don't exactly or merely like motion capture their actors. They actually will scan their actors in real time as they're performing. Basically, they put like 3D cameras or infrared cameras in front of them as they're acting. So that's a little bit different than motion capture, but it's actually a lot more realistic, and it covers up the uncanny valley problem that a lot of games have. Because if you can do a full scan of a face as the person... Okay, that's new. I wonder... I think Courtney Hope has that somewhere on her Twitter feed. Anyways. Not a big deal. Oh. No, I can't get in there. Alright, it wants me to go back through executive affairs. No big deal.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Oh boy. These things do not look friendly. There is no health regeneration in this game. At all. There's also no ducking, there's no cover. If you want to get health back, you have to kill your enemies. They drop health, and sometimes they can drop some material that you can use for crafting. Ever since Gears of War, everybody's been obsessed with, like, ducking and covering and stuff, but the truth is that I grew up in a world where basically you were expected to move and shoot at the same time. If you can't do that, you're not going to live. I get everybody? I think I got everybody in this area. Let's clean up a little bit. Let's make sure everybody's going before I check on things. These guys are still here. They're kind of floating. Grab that. Executive meeting minutes, that's very funny. Alright, I can't turn this projector on just yet. Oh. I don't think I did that. Did I do that, or was that on us? Alright. Check the bathroom. There is no bathroom! Looks like the bathroom's okay. Oh, there's someone over here.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, so that's important. That's actually a collectible, no joke. They do have audio recordings as collectibles. Okay, I was just in there. One thing I do appreciate, if you look at these are actually not computers. These are what it's called dumb terminals. You'll find them in a lot of libraries, certainly older ones. They were top of the line like 30 years ago, but then again, you got to think of it like this. These do not have central processors. These aren't really disk drives. These are basically just a keyboard and a monitor and sometimes a mouse. And their idea is to interface with what is essentially a database, computerized database, and access the computerized database. Now, a lot of people have basically found a couple of these. Obviously, they don't work unless they're connected to something. But I do appreciate them being here because, again, these are not these aren't computers. These aren't really smart things. These are just designed to look up something. Now, as to what they're connected to, I can't tell you because I don't know. But I do appreciate them being here. And one thing I actually found was kind of funny, actually. A lot of people that are trying to get these to work again have basically used them or gotten them to work by basically taking their smartphones, using the cellular modems in their smartphones to connect to these things, and dialing like a BBS, like an old BBS. And no joke, actually, these terminals are faster at accessing BBSs when connected to a cellular modem or a regular modem or something, and can basically produce the information from the BBS itself faster than a modern computer is with a BBS emulator. I thought that was really cool. So, it is what it is. All right. I know they're going to want me to check the shelter, so let me check the shelter and see if there's anybody in here. There is not. There's a floater. I have to fight him later. Got a little bit of in-game material. No big deal. All right, let's see if there's anything over here. Just gonna check really quickly. I'm sure you guys are bored of me just kind of looking for everything, so I'll just keep moving. But one thing is, like, if you can point this out, obviously this is a new game, this is a new, franchise, that sort of thing. The game has to work really hard in order to establish its rules, its setting, its place. I mean, look at, and I think it does a fantastic job. Oh boy.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss, burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Okay, so important thing to note, that would have been a song there. Obviously, you're not hearing a song because it's been cut out, but yeah. Let's take a look over here. Because the area is red, it's obvious that a lot of these guys are pretty much... There's bad guys in this area, is all I'm going to say. Oh, record keeper. I got a trophy, record keeper. I guess, what do you call it, stack. Alright, that's the radio. I won't go back there. Okay. Saw a lot of streamers die here, but we're not going to let that happen, are we? Because I know what I'm doing. Some material. I don't know if I grabbed much health, but... Alright, he's down. I might have done it.
Control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading them.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean?
Alright, let's cleanse it.
Let me fix it.
Oh. It was like, I like those cement blocks, though. That was kind of cool.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau?
Alright, so she interacts with...
Are you still sane?
I got the ritualistic thinking trophy.
Please, talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
Where's the intercom? Oh, here we go.
Is it safe to come out?
can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden.
Guess not.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Alright, let's see if I can help this person. Don't know how I feel about the fact that a lot of these games, Remedy really doesn't do sequels. So, it's hard to get invested in a game. Didn't work. Well, that was a whole lot of nothing.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I think she... Oh, she's over here. Alright.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mail. The hotline.
Let's talk to her a little bit.
Communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Okay, what's these hedron
HRAs
things?
stop you from becoming hiss.
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. His behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
Where is this building? I'd like to go and visit them. Well, it's
This
probably
trench
classified.
guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Alright, what are objects of
Can
power?
you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks.
Alright. She didn't have much else to say than this, so we'll move on.
I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Let's go see if we can figure out the
Just let
hotline.
me know.
There might be something in this room. Collectibles, something. A health boost. Alright, I don't want to talk to her again because she doesn't have anything else to say, at least not right now. And there's nothing else in this room right now, so let's move on. The thing is that I know for a fact that things can come back. Like, you could enter a room at one point in the game, and then later on, you know, there won't be any collectible in it, and then later on there will be a collectible in it. That sort of thing can happen. Alright, so house memory. I think I bored you guys enough with... Okay, so it's pointing me to somewhere on this first floor, so... It was just over there. Let's check a couple of these rooms just really quick. I didn't get a chance to look at most of them because... Oh. You know, when the hiss took it over, the room had shifted. The room changed, so... Let's grab that. Bathroom complaint. Yeah, another radio. Another song you guys can't listen to, unfortunately, so I'll move on. I can try to listen to these later on. Something here. We'll look at all these in a little bit. I don't have clearance to that room. Was I previously in this room? I don't remember. I guess not. I wouldn't have left this alone. Alright. I was in this room. That's Darling's office right over there. So yeah, some doors have opened for me, but not all of them. I gotta admit, I really do love the architecture of this building. I love the concrete. I love the look. I just love it. I mean, it looks like... I mean, I'd love to have a LAN party in here. You know, this is the kind of building that you'd love to have a LAN party in. You could just see the network cables running all across the floor because obviously you can't get up through the walls. It's just so cool looking. I can't save these people. Oh. Saw a red light. I don't have clearance level 1. Alright, what's this door lead to? Just to see on the same... So we're on the same Okay, I was in this room earlier. This room I came in through. Okay. I already went up this way. I already checked the whole floor, so we're good there. Can I use this? Let's see if I can use this. I can only use it for fast travel. Alright. Let's turn on our... Yeah, this is the PS... This is the pre-order clothes, so we'll just change our clothes right now. I don't think I can use anything else. Alright. See if there's anything in the shelter. They closed the door, but I think I can reopen it. And they did. Control points. Information about control points. Okay. Alright, let's move on with the game, shall we? They want me to go this way.
There it is again. A welcome message.
I have no access to this room, no clearance. I can't go in through there. Who's nonchalant already? Who's nonchalant? Because of the lockdown, I'm going to have to go in through the side, I think. Yep. Bopper. See? Totally competent player.
Yes,
And I can't go that way.
here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Look, Ma, I know what a controller is. Sorry, but I'm just, like I said, I'm sick to death. That's another reason why I'm streaming. I am just absolutely sick of people that just play these games and they're just not even remotely competent. And it makes the game, and honestly, I think it makes the game look bad. Because you got guys like Microsoft or other major, or EA, for example, and they'll just simply stream with whoever's popular at the time, and that's just based upon who's getting views. And you try to watch their stream, and I just have to turn it off after like 30 seconds when it's like, it's clear these people don't know how the, what a controller is. I remember that's how they chose to have like Quantum Break for the first time. When they had streamers play Quantum Break, the streamers that they chose to use, or they chose to give free copies of the game to, were so unbearably incompetent that I thought the game was going to be much harder than it actually was. Until I actually had the controller in my hand, and I was like, no, I know what I'm doing. It's just they didn't. So yeah, it's not fun to watch a stream where somebody is playing and they just die over and over and over again. I'd like to think I have a little bit more tact and class than that. But, if I die, it'll probably be because whatever it is that I'm doing is going to be pretty hard. I know I said this is a blind playthrough, but like I said, I have seen some of this stuff, and I think there's something up here. Let's see if I can grab it. Yeah, there is something up there. Alright, I will get that. That's a little tougher spot to grab, but there you go. 3 attempts. Some material. We always can use that. Alright, looks like we're going to have a fight on our hands here. I used to work for the post office a little bit, sorting letters. Hopefully I can put that experience to good use. Good rule in this game. If the room is red, it's probably a bad sign. Okay. Nothing's attacking me yet. Maybe they want to get me further into the room, I guess. Oh, there's a guy. Going down. Okay, this guy is tough. There you go. Might as well knock his shield. I think that guy had a shield or an armor or something like that. Melee seems to work on getting that. Oh. Oh, you want some too? I guess you do too. You know, at least with the fact that these guys are being controlled by the hiss, there's at least some... And I'm sure the hiss has, like, no concern for its own, you know, safety or something, because obviously it's not that kind of entity. Okay, this room is blocked under normal circumstances. I'll have to change this room back to whatever it was supposed to be. But I can't do that until the room is done. Singing fish. Alright, no big deal there. But we're gonna have to... I'm gonna have to clear out this room. There's gotta be more enemies in here or something. I don't see anything shooting at me yet, but I'm sure they're gonna start shooting at me at any time. Probably up here. Yep, there they are. Hey guys. I think that was everybody. Control point's open, so it has to be everybody. Alright, let's clean the room. That should make the room shift. Yep. Alright, that should make the room easier to mess with. I don't want to fast travel right now.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes.
My God, with that technology you can destroy the world!
Not exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Yes, with the... There's going to be something that's kind of funny. Now, from what I've been told, and this is like an old joke, basically, but the truth is that I guess the joke's on us, because as far as I know, at least in the United States, we, you know, our, whatever you want to call it, our nuclear deterrent is basically controlled by a series of floppy disks that, from what I've been told, they choose to do that because they figure there's more stability in using those floppy disks than using modern computers, basically, and I understand that, you know. But here's the thing. Magnetic media is prone to... I would say it only usually lasts, or it's supposed to last somewhere between 20 and 30 years. If you print something on disk... now, I understand they probably used high-quality discs back then, and yes, quality of the disc is important to how long it'll be able to retain that memory for. Trust me, I know. Also, quality of the drive is also another issue that printed the data onto it. But, yeah, I don't know if those disks are going to work in about, within the next 5 to 10 more years. For all we know, that data could just simply wipe itself on its own for no reason. So, maybe a good idea to switch to something modern? Or at least copy the disks to something new? Just my 2 cents. Because, for all we know, if they're still using the same disks that they had 40 years ago, they could input those disks and try to do a launch it. Nothing will happen. Not because there was a virus or something, but because the disk simply just, with the operating instructions, just simply doesn't have its memory anymore. Okay, this we gotta watch because it's adorable. This is not CGI, by the way. They really did this with real puppets they made.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. He blacked it out.
It's like the director says. Confidential and children don't start with C.
The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fat person.
Dad says my mama went missing in actions. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
Kind of sinister, actually. Wow. Morbid. I guess that's what the kids and the people that work for these people have to deal with. Probably a reason why you shouldn't work for them. Devote your talents to something else, something positive. Alright, let's move on. That's Essential Executive, that's the way I came in. Alright, so the room's clear now. Should be able to... No, can't get in through here. It requires a clearance level I don't have. Alright, communication room should be able to... Should have something in here.
Communications. We're on the right track.
That's a lot of blood. I don't say that too often. Collectible. Crafting item. Always useful. Got that. Remember your Metroid, guys. You always check one area. One area is the plot area, the plot location, or one area is the plot direction. The other area is usually. Okay. There's always one stall closed, one stall open. I don't know what that says about bathrooms. Cigarette machines? Yeah, I guess they have cigarette machines. I thought those were banned. Maybe the building's old enough they still have them. Then again, usually buildings like this are allowed. No smoking. Usually in buildings like this. I definitely can't go there. You learned the lesson the last time. Let's check the shelter, see if there's anybody in there. Some crafting material. A collectible. Alright. I guess we're gonna have to go through the dead letters section, and it looks like this has been taken over by something.
Looks like the place had latched onto it. You need to cleanse it.
Alright. This thing looks plenty angry. An object of power of some sort. It looks like it's been corrupted. Oh, it's mad, alright. Gotcha. Come on, you're only 80 kilobytes. I should be able to... Oh.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Jesse, you will always be the director of my heart. Although my fiance would probably say something along the lines of, no, I'm the director of your heart. Alright, let's see. We've got telekinesis. Cool. Very cool. And there's physics. Sweet. Kind of love the marble here. Can I keep doing this? Let's see. Alright, I got somebody. I got somebody else. No, I missed. Alright, I've been bound to the disc. Should be able to use this power now.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
I know I'm here now. Oh crap. I got somebody. Hey, who's still shooting at me? There were people shooting at me. I think they're down here. Alright, you're dead. Oh, rocket launcher, jeez. I think I got everybody. Alright. We did it. We definitely did it. I'm just going to check this room one more time. See if there's any more collectibles. Something I might have missed or something. It'll just be a minute. It's not a big room. But, you know, you want to check to make sure that you got everything. I'm sorry about the completionist. It's the completionist in me. But like I said, even though it's not really required to do all this, you know, it's still a good idea to do this. And hey, I've been broadcasting for an hour and 20 minutes, and I haven't died once yet, and that pretty much makes me more competent than any person I've ever seen play Control up to this point. So, props there, certainly. Alright, there is no extra material. Yeah, there's no extra material here. Sorry for wasting your time, guys. My guess is there's probably something in this room over here, but I don't have clearance for that room. That requires clearance level 1, and I don't have it. So we got a little bit of Metal Gear Solid here going on with all this different stuff. It happens. Alright, this is towards the communications department.
Said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Alright, so we got through the dead letters area. Obviously, a place like this is going to have mail because, of course, mail is like low-level stuff. It's not smart, you know, written letters, printed documents. It also explains all the typewriters and stuff. Basically, people can't really check their email in this room, can they? So, if that kind of thing happens, then we have to go back to pen and paper, typewriters, and letters. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, there is such a thing as inter-office mail. That is certainly a thing. So, can I get past something? A little secret here? What's going on? Oh boy, we got hiss. Oh, Art Bell show. Maybe Robert Culp, America Undercovers. I don't remember what it was called. Unsolved Mysteries, that's it.
Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's Suspicion Con. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. The body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark, stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight will be right back.
Can America Overnight become a podcast? Because I would listen and download all of that. All right. Somewhere along thing. Wait, I haven't seen this. What is this? Somewhere along the life things we pass, everything rippled and more. And people rose to fight had things. Who wrote this? Reported to Dr. Darling. Wow, that's pretty cool. To check that later. Alright. I just want to check this area really quick because I know that there's a key item over there. I'll grab it in just a minute or two. I just want to check for everything in this area. These guys were nice enough to have a radio in this shelter. But yeah, this is where the game's music comes from mostly. I guess that projector isn't set up. No big deal. Right, this is the lower area. Oh, control point. Yeah, I gotta cleanse this first. Okay, cool. Alright, so we have the control point now.
This must open the door.
That guy didn't turn, the hiss killed him. Okay. Alright, so I have clearance level 1 now. And I should be able to get into the mailroom. Now, again, the inner completionist in me is probably saying, no, don't go into that area just yet. Let's see, what's the clearance on this one? Oh, didn't have clearance. You can just go in. Alright, I definitely can't go in there. Wish I could, but I can't. I'll have to come back. Yeah, that area will simply just kill you if you walk into there and you don't know where you're going. What's this? Where's it locked? Ah, oh, sweet! Cool, it's a fight room. Cool. Where is that guy? Gotcha. Alright, so I found a couple mods. There's a couple mods on these guys, so that's pretty cool. Granted, it looks like a standalone room or something, but... You know, there was a fight in here. Pretty cool. Yeah, these are all disconnected. This might be like some kind of network room or something. Yeah, like a data access room or something. Oh, let's... Yeah, no big deal. Alright, so I cleared out that room and I cleared out the other room. I can't go in there. I already listened to that. I already went in here. Alright. There was a door down here. I got the control point cleansed, so we're good there. Door's unlocked. Darn it. This fight sucks without a boost or something. Where is he? Ah, that one hurt. That was a cheap shot and a half. Damn it. Damn it, this guy might kill me. Hold on. I need health. Darn it, what the heck? That was terrible, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Now you're gonna have to wait for the loading point. I'm sorry about that. That is a hard fight. A lot of users basically can take as many as 3 or 4 attempts to take this guy out. I think it's gonna put me back to the control point. I mean, I do know a strategy to beat that guy. I'm very sorry that I had to die there. I'm actually embarrassed. But, yeah, I shouldn't have stayed out in the open for as long as you gotta stay behind cover for this guy.
Great.
Where'd he go? Just saw him. Where'd he go? They made this harder in the patch. Cheap. I know I can beat this guy. Ugh. they got some help now. Where are you, Tomasi? There he is. I can't switch arms just yet. Could stay here. It's pretty safe here. The guys are just going to keep coming, but really, like I said, they're the only, right now. Those guys basically are actually going to help me out because. Oh, there's somebody coming in. Sorry I'm not saying much right now, guys. I just gotta focus on the game. Definitely throw stuff, come on. I need him to throw things because if he throws things, then I can't get hit. Well, if he misses me. More guys are coming. I hit him a little bit there. Oh boy. Any more guards down here? Anybody shooting at me? I don't see anybody. Yeah, he can fire all of that at me. Yeah, there it goes. Sorry, I know I had to risk that, but I needed the health. There was some health left over down there. I guess I'm out. Alright. Come on. That did something. Alright, he's baiting me. Yeah, he's baiting me. Got him. You see, kids, this is what happens when you don't listen to Dr. Darling. You turn into one of those things when you yeah.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
That got him.
Let's stay focused.
I am sincerely, after all that talk about being competent and stuff like that, I am sincerely embarrassed that I died once fighting this guy. Like I said, you really have to tuck tail and just basically duck during this fight. There's really no other trick to it. He's cheap, you have to be cheaper, basically is the rule, it seems to be. Now, I could have thrown stuff at him, and he does take damage from that stuff, but he's good at ducking and kind of bursting away from it. So, in all likelihood, it's really not the best idea to do that, to choose to go in that way, for one very good reason, and that is the fact that you can miss. You know, you can miss him. Alright, so that's one exit. Okay, I unlocked that door. Now I think there's an item or something. I grabbed it before I saved. Maybe I have it in my. Let me check my unlockables and see what's going on here. Let's see. No. Travel cost, that was funny. Yeah, a lot of use in the minibar. Dead letter approval, no. This is where I think the implication of the dead letter machine is that basically this is where all the weird stuff people write in, and they really don't like that happens to them personally, and that's basically where it ends up. Is it over here? No. No, this is stuff I did. Case files, maybe? No. It's not here. It wouldn't be under multimedia because that's where the videos are stored. Let me check down there one more time. Confirm that. I think there was something over here, basically. Like I said, it might have already... It might still be in my... because I already collected it for this game, so... Maybe collectibles that are collected stay collected. I definitely saw something over here, though. I died, so I don't know if it went anywhere, but... I'm willing to think that, you know, anything that you collected, even after dying, stays collected, but let's just make sure of that. Yeah, I don't see anything. I think I got it. Yeah, no, pretty certain I got it. Alright, so that's the way out. Let's check something really quick while we're here anyway. I gotta go back through that room anyway, so... There is something I wanted to check. Am I in the right spot? I am in the right spot now. I wasn't in the right spot before, but I am in the right spot now. Let's go back here and see if there's any mods or something. I know there was a room I didn't have clearance for earlier. I want to go for it and see if I can get in now. This is the Dead Letters room. Now, enemies can respawn, so keep that in mind. Alright, I've got access to this room now. Oh, there is a mod. Cool. Sweet. Cool, so there is some stuff. Alright guys, I won't waste your time any further. Let's continue on. If I come across any more of those rooms that have clearance limitations and stuff, I'll check them out later. Alright, that'll take us back to the control point. Alright, Hotline Chamber went up this way. This is where he went. So we're going to follow him for right now. I think this was the way in. Okay, this isn't the Hotline Chamber. This, I think, is where all the mail goes.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Are you still recording this?
Okay, actually, that's interesting that they would reference a real-world event. What he is saying is true. There was concern that there was a sonic weapon being used, an inaudible sonic frequency being used to rupture and hurt embassy staff in Cuba. From what I was told, the understanding was quite high that it was in fact sonic weaponry.
Head of comms.
However, I think they discovered more recently, after further examination, it was bacterial infection. Now, granted, they could have been lying that it was a bacterial infection and maybe it was really a sonic weapon, and they simply just didn't want people to panic. But who knows? Officially, it was likely a bacterial infection they had caught. Something from the water that got in their ear. Alright, we're almost to the communications room. Okay, here's the hotline chamber here. Perfect. Why would you put the hotline chamber through all this way? But I guess because the room is secret and stuff that it doesn't matter, but... Butt. The main character's name is Butt. Alright, what's on the Butt supplement? Alright, what's this say? A spat of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butt, where Bureau and agents discovered a translocated light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank, which had been connected to a local of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside, and searching a client, an agent put a light switch cord and disappeared from view. Selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event, he disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later and found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. Light switch cord in Butt's home closet disappeared during the incident. According to the testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butt home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. Key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid. This is important stuff to know because I think we're going to be dealing with this later. Okay, I don't have information about Havana just yet. It's not in here. Hotline security log. Notice my weapon doesn't set off the metal detector. But honestly, I don't think that this is a way out of the building. I think this is a way into the building, which is what the metal detectors are for. Law of 3 applies. 1, 2.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them. Like something recognized from a dream.
And now I'm somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, I think. It's not a bad place to end up all of a sudden. Alright. See, we take a look. 222. 3. I think this is the room that the guys were mentioning in the American, what do you call it, place? That door is open now. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. That was not open before. I think the guy said that he was staying in room like 47 or something. These are like 225s or whatever, so I guess maybe this may not be where he was staying. He said rule of 3s. There it is.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Alright, let's see if this... I would stay here. Honestly, the place is kind of nice. Alright, now I know it's a little bit messed up, because if you see here, pistachios, potato chips, there's no way that something in real life, like a location like this is not a Bureau-operated facility. This just happens to be a coincidence that the building looks like this. I think this is a real-world location that they're using as like some kind of waypoint or whatever. But yeah, you can clearly see that the snacks there are marked like the ones in the Bureau, so maybe it is like a They Live reference. Alright. 1, 2. And now we're in. Let's go see Magneto and see if Magneto is busy. Alright, I'm in the astral plane, it looks like. What am I supposed to be doing? Do I need to prove I'm a director? Alright. I know those things can't be killed. I saw it on stream, so what we're going to simply do is avoid them. Just go around them. They can't be killed and they can hit you, and I've seen people get killed in one shot on those things, so we'll just move around.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Did they really get James McCaffrey to do... I'm curious if that... Because it does look... I think that is James McCaffrey. I don't know.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Alright, let's go back to Emily.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Is this the way I came up? Yeah, it was. I got the Bureau Archivist. I think I'm going the wrong way. I'm supposed to go this way. Awesome. Perfect. This is Trench's room. Guess they got rid of the body. What's her name? Should be right over here somewhere. No, I don't have access to that room. Something over here? Nah, it's just a radio. Alright. Let's head down. No, that's the way I came in, or one of the ways I came in. That's just an office room. Don't think there's anything of value in here. Except for the cigarette machine, of course. Welcome! Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Feel free to subscribe. Alright. She's in the boardroom, so we'll talk to her.
Did you get the hotline? How is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone.
Salvador? He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
That's where I'm going. I just know it. Going to the maintenance sector. Does this technically count as a sewer level that I'm headed into next? Who knows? Cool looking room. Definitely cool looking. I'm pretty certain that's my next objective. Alright.
Hi, Jesse.
Alright, I don't have anything to worry about here.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Alright.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing? Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Alright, so I've got 4 abilities here. Let's see if I can use them. Definitely want more health. Definitely want more melee damage. Don't know if I really want launch damage right now, but we'll see. And plus 10 energy. Cool. Alright, so I need 2 ability points to do more of this stuff. No big deal. Astral constructs. Weapon forms. I can construct the shatter. Okay, I've got a new weapon. What about mods? I don't think I want to create these just yet. Board countermeasures, what are those? Kill enemies without dying. Kill his guards. Kill enemies using melee. Let's do that. So we can do that, shall we? Now, can I mod my weapons? I can. Okay, cool. All right. What about the grip? I have personal mods. Okay, I have a few personal mods. Health boost, health recovery. Alright, I'm pretty certain the astral boost is probably going to come from... Yeah, I just know it. So, I might as well equip it now. I think I earned those from DLC. That's not stuff I found in-game. I think I probably got that from the DLC. No big deal there. That requires clearance level 3. I can't go through there. Oh, this is new. Don't know this area. It's a jukebox of some sort. Alright. Kind of a cool area, but there's nothing in there. It's probably something I'll have to look at later. Alright. Sector elevator, I really don't want to check that out right now. There's like one or two areas I want to check out before we go down there. The cafeteria is the one, because I think that there's... Now that I have like a +1... Okay, let's see what that does. Yeah, I can go in here. Just some extra material. No big deal. Okay. I can't go that way. But I can take guys out. Yeah, I wanted to get into a firefight for some of these challenges, and I figured guys would respawn here. Oh. I killed somebody. That guy's got a shield. Did I get everybody? I think so. I don't see anybody else spawning in this area. What if I have more guys that can respawn in the dead letters section? Maybe. I just want to take some guys out, to be perfectly honest. That's all I want. Maybe this door? Ah, it's level 2. Requires level 2 access. Alright, so there's nobody over here. Anything in this area will allow for level 1 access. I think I was just in this area anyway. This is the pneumatic system. Pretty certain I was in here. Yep, this is the level 1. I already cleared that one out. So it's no big deal. Guess we're going to have to go down. Take a look at the... take a look at the rest of the garbage. Wait, hold on. This is locked. Was this level 2? Yeah, it was. Alright, we can't do anything further from here. Oh, more guys coming in? Yeah. Come on. Well, there's somebody else. Got him. Oh. Yeah, I got somebody. Shatter's pretty good at taking out guys with shields. Oh boy. Somebody's up there. Oh, that's too big. They definitely got somebody. They still coming? I think they're done. Alright, no big deal. I needed some extra I needed it to get some achievements here. So let's see what happens when I tell it. See what else is available on the list.
Pope wants us to get a field lab set up as soon as possible.
What? We can't get any equipment from the research center.
Alright. Not abandoning that one. Not abandoning that one. But I killed enemies using melee. Alright, no big deal.
Until the internal lockdown is lifted.
Well,
And see what you can find around here.
no, I can't change my... I don't have any new outfits right now. No big deal. I have no more instructions for new mods. What do we got here? Common. All common mods. And I have plenty of material right now, but I don't want to construct any of that stuff just yet.
Hope has asked us to document this.
Alright, we're going to head for the elevator.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Like I said before,
I think the janitor's down there anyway. And it looks like he is. Okay, so I think this is just about a good spot for us to stop for the day. We're about 2 hours into the stream. We're coming into a new sector right now in the game. I want to play... Oh. Okay. Sorry, every time the game stops like that, even though it's loading, my heart skips a beat. But I'm glad my PlayStation was good streaming and playing this at the same time. Like I said, I am using a PS4 Pro, so...
The maintenance sector
Alright, we're in the sector.
Domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the...
Ahti's got to be down here somewhere.
Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Okay, Yeah, okay, so I can go into that area, but... And that area is locked off, so... My assumption is there's got to be hiss in here.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
There they are. They're just waiting for me. Not what I wanted. Come on, get up. I missed the, I think I did. I was gonna say, did I miss the headshot on that one? I think I did. Let's cleanse it. When did all these people start joining us? You know, you guys can post a comment. I will read it. All right. Got him. Just want to grab a little bit of health, guys. Just a little bit. Some health here. I know I was trying to be fancy. I know I should have done that. Yeah, I can't go over there. Everybody? Yeah, that was everybody. Cool. That was everybody in this area. Perfect. Let's just mark down that we got those countermeasures done. Nice, and I got the War Games trophy. I don't have spin. See if I can use that. I don't know. I think Adi's near here, but I just want to check the area just before we continue on for a couple of, see if there's any items or something like that, anything I might have missed. Game likes to put collectibles. Yeah, no, I don't have access to that area. At least not yet. Alright, well I don't see anything down here, at least not in this particular spot. Let's move on.
What's down that way?
Let's see what's down here. Oh. Oh boy. Let's check to see what's here, guys. Looks like a challenge.
An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Usually they attach a scary clown to these things. Good, I need this. This is important. Oops. Goofball. Glad I upped my power. There we go. Cool. Did it. And now I have evade, or at least I think I do.
Yes, keep up with me now.
I am now like Jack Joyce. That's pretty cool. Hopefully if I'm heading towards the light, there should be something here. I think there was. Okay. That hurt. I think I pulled something in my leg. Sorry about that. And I got a mod. Cool. Oh, little move.
Drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
Wow, that was dark. Who's it's I honestly couldn't tell you who's making this stuff. Like where these videos come from, at least for the film strips and stuff. We know Darling made those. In fact, I'm pretty certain that the director probably made a few of his own. But I have no idea who made those Threshold Kids videos. No clue whatsoever. Alright, there's nothing in here. Oh, there is. A little bit of material. He puts a poster of himself. He puts a poster of himself outside of the room he's in.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. I'm gonna sanoa perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes. No one's gonna cancel my holiday or seeds gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it, and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
Alright, what do we got here? Oh, cool. There's two missions. There's like a side mission and a main mission.
Throw it in the fire. Burn it all.
Alright, I think this is going to be a good spot for us to stop. Once I get out of this room, I want to get back to where I was. 1 second, guys. No? There's got to be a door out of here. Guys, get past it. There you are. Oh. Alright, guys, there's going to be a bit of a firefight on the way back before we stop. It's not a bad spot, though, to do a firefight. Yes. I do like this shatter gun, I'll be honest with you. I have a recoil mod on it right now, so it's not bouncing around as much as it normally would. Pretty cool. There should be a control point over here. No, I don't want... Oh, can I build stuff? Hold on. I don't have the correct materials for this. I don't have the correct materials for either. Too bad. Maybe at some future spot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hold off on further stuff for right now. No big deal. I do have access to Sector 2. Is this a Sector 2? No, it's a Sector 4. Alright, no big deal. Like I said, guys, I think this might be a good spot for us to stop for right now because we've been going on for about 2.5 hours. And we're clearly through the first section of the game. And I'd like to save this section of the game for tomorrow. We'll hit the next control point and we'll call it from there.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Oh, okay. Wrong way. Here's the power plant.
Hey, are you new? Then go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Alright. Well, the hiss isn't here. I don't know this area. Everything's red here. Yeah, we're not going anywhere just yet, guys. I want to clear this room out and see if I can.
Dangerous out here, lady. Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing. Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. He smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? That's catchy. Listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
Energy conversion's well below the acceptable percentage. Internal pressure's climbing so fast, I'm amazed. When it blows, we're all going with it.
Oh, thank you, Frank.
I'm itching for some real action.
You're gonna get some pretty soon, buddy. Oh, here we go. Control point, perfect. It doesn't exactly look very cleansed, but it'll have to do, guys. Hopefully that'll leave me at the last spot that I see, the last area that I was at. Seriously, every time the thing pauses or something, I skip a beat. Although I have to say the game has been running quite stable. Like I said, I I was hearing things about game's performance. That's another reason why I held off in doing this stream, was because, at least for as long as it has, I've actually had the game since day one. I've had it installed. But I haven't streamed it because I was hearing things about game performance. And so I was like, you know what, let me wait for like a day 2 or the third patch or something like that. And then hopefully that'll resolve most of these minor issues. And honestly, I have to say that the game performance is actually quite good across the board. And I'm just using the photo mode patch right now. So it is what it is. I'm sure if you're playing on PC, it'll look and run better. But for right now, I'm playing on PS4 Pro and it's looking fine. So we're going to resume this tomorrow. I'm going to have this archived later, probably tomorrow as well, probably tomorrow morning or something like that. I want to thank the guys who stopped by that were watching the stream. I really do appreciate it. My name is Maniac. Please subscribe to me. Until next time, guys, my name is Maniac with GameAccess.net. Take care. Over and out.